Good afternoon, good evening, good night, and good morning, everybody. Hello, Anne. Hello, Alison, Pauline, Molly, Simon, Peter. Hello, Imra. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to, well, I suppose, welcome to the Zoomiverse, but also welcome to Vienna from wherever you're joining us in the world. Jamie, do you want to say hi to some people just whilst we hit that admit?
I will indeed. Hello, everybody. While we let everyone in, hello, Sandy. Hello, Cheryl. Hello, Verena. Hello, Christine. Hello, Mindy. I'm not going to be able to get through everybody, am I? You're coming in at a very, very speedy rate. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Dorothy. Hello, Ethel. Hello, Elaine. Lovely to have you all here. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Do our usual waffle while we wait for everybody to join. Hello, whoever that was. Welcome, 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 Stay at Home Choir. It's lovely to have you here. Thank you for joining us for our, what is it? It's our third of our new format rehearsals, our hybrid rehearsals. I'll explain what those are in just a second while we let everybody in. We've got nearly 500 people in the room. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Tom. Hello, Linda. Hello, Sally. Hello, connecting to audio. Still my favorite joke. Never gets old, but perhaps I should retire that one by now, shouldn't I? Welcome, everybody. Before we kick off, thank you for joining us. I'm going to turn off the ability to unmute yourselves just for a moment. Welcome to the third of our Live in Vienna series. We're delighted to have you all here. This is, of course, our Global Ode to Joy Live in Vienna with the first of our new format, hybrid rehearsals. What on earth is a hybrid rehearsal? Well, as you will see in a moment, we are joined by the members of the Vienna Sing Academy live in Vienna. And we will be rehearsing in real time with them. We will get to hear a real life choir, which is a bit of a treat for most of us, I think, having sung in our bedrooms for the last 15 months. So we really hope you enjoy that. But without further ado, I would love to introduce the creator of the whole Global Ode to Joy, conductor Maren Alsop. We're delighted to be joined by her today, and she's here to give us an introduction, to talk about the context of this project, to talk about Ode to Joy in general, and of course the new version that we're singing for this project. We're delighted to be joined by Maren. So Maren, hello, thank you so much for joining us. Could you tell us a little bit about this project?
Of course, it's great to welcome you all to this project, and I'm so glad we could organize this this second iteration of the project. I know a lot of you participated in the first. Thank you so much. And I'm truly excited that this is going to be part of a real welcome back to Vienna, to live music. And we're truly excited. And for you to have the opportunity to work with the beautiful voices of the Sing Academy, I think is a special treat. So I want to thank them as well for participating in this project. And it came about really, as you can well imagine, as part of the celebration of the Beethoven anniversary year, which of course, you know, I naively thought that 2020 would be memorable because it was Beethoven's 250th anniversary. Little did I know that that would be the least memorable part of the year for most of humanity. And of course, in thinking about the Beethoven anniversary, I wanted to do something different, not just another Beethoven symphonic cycle, but I wanted to create a bridge and talk about the relevance of Beethoven to today's world. And for me, that's not just the music, which of course is sheer genius, but it's also the philosophy that he ascribed to in terms of optimism and this desire to connect. You know, I found it really interesting that Beethoven's year was the year that we had to disconnect from each other, that we became isolated because, you know, with his hearing loss, that's exactly what happened to him. So it's almost he becomes this perfect symbol, I think, for this year that we've all experienced of separation and frustration and isolation. And yet somehow Beethoven managed to find the optimism in existence and hope in humanity. You know, he wanted to connect deeply with other people, and it was a big struggle for him, of course. So my idea was to rethink and reimagine the Ninth Symphony for a 21st century audience. And of course, part of that is the text, which was so pertinent and apropos at the time that Beethoven wrote the Ninth Symphony, composed the Ninth Symphony. And it was a text that Beethoven admired from much younger in his life. And it was a text that addressed a lot of philosophical issues and political issues of the time in relation to individuality, individual freedom, the idea of a united humanity. All of these ideas and concepts were new. And I thought, why not look at the text and take the same themes of unity, optimism, connectivity, and the belief in the goodness and potential of humanity, and really think about what a text could say to our listeners today. And so throughout the world, we've had 9 new texts written, actually 10 now, with this new text by Michael Kuhlmeier, who's quite a well-known author and personality in Austria. And I found this text really fascinating because it references and uses the Schiller in a way that the other texts do not. But it's really an opportunity to participate in, I think, in celebrating not just Beethoven's brilliant musical genius, but his belief in the future and belief in possibility through gathering of humanity, which is so much what we need at this point. And I've probably spoken too much now, so back to you.
No, we could listen to you talk for hours, Maren. What I'd be really interested to know is how that process works of finding new texts to go with such an iconic work.
Well, this was very interesting, this process, especially because, to go to Vienna and say, I'd like to consider a different text from the German, the original Schiller. Well, I think it took a bit of courage, and it was quite an interesting gathering when I voiced the idea, and it met with some incredible enthusiasm and some real pushback. So I felt that it was then indeed the right thing to do, but finding the right person to author the text, or right team of people, it depends where it is, was very important. And Matthias Naski from the Concerthaus was really, and Rico as well from the Concerthaus, they were the drivers of finding Mikhail, because I'm not so familiar with everyone in the area. And every time I mention his name to anyone, I haven't yet met him, but every time I mention his name, everyone says, that was a great choice. So, of course, it's not just the writing of the text, then it's also the setting of the text and making sure it works vocally. And fortunately, I've had wonderful collaborators, including this time as well, who have helped to do that entire process. So my hat is off to them.
So as well as being a project for global engagement, it really is global cooperation in order to make this piece a reality. I suppose people in different languages, different cultures. I mean, what's the furthest afield that a new text that has been written for this project?
Yeah, I think that there are probably 2 that are rival for the furthest afield. One is a Zulu text for South Africa, and which includes many of the indigenous sounds of the language, with the clicking and it's very cool. And then in New Zealand, there's a text by a group from the Maori region. So that is really interesting as well. And but maybe you'd find the text that I've had commissioned from wordsmith who's a rap artist in Baltimore the most far afield. I'm not sure.
That's how exciting. And, you know, I imagine we've been talking to the people at the Concerthaus about the Kohlmeier text and how sort of wacky and off the wall it is, but it does inspire joy. You can't sing it without a smile on your face. And I imagine that people all over the world are going to find that as they encounter texts from their own cultures, I hope. Is that?
I think that's true. You know, before the lockdown, the only project, I was supposed to do it on 6 continents with 10 different or 12 different orchestras, but only one so far was able to happen live, and that was in Brazil. And of course, that had a Portuguese text, and the visceral response from the audience in hearing a text in their own language was, and a text from today, was really palpable and very, very exciting. And I should mention that musically, I don't change anything in the symphony. I wouldn't quite go that far, but what I'm doing is, for the live performance, there will be transitional music between all the movements. So I have a wonderful young percussionist who's young artist with the Concerthaus, who will make the transition from the first to second movement, and then a duo Middle Eastern instruments that will make the transition from the second to the third movement, and then of course we'll go attacke into the finale. And
this live concert is going to be such a sort of event, you know, sort of as it is by the dearth of live music either side of it. This project can't end there. There must be plans for, was it Beethoven 2022 or 2023? You know, we never thought it, but surely this project can't die now. Are there plans for it to continue?
You know, I hope that we will. Everyone wants it to continue, and I think that hopefully we'll have you involved in at least the next few texts. Not sure how the Zulu will be. I can't gauge that at all. But yeah, please, I hope you stay involved, and this opportunity to work with the wonderful musicians and singers from the Sing Academy is really something not to be missed. So I hope you have a great time at the rehearsal, and I'm in the middle of a rehearsal at the Juilliard School in New York, so I'm going to head back into my rehearsal. But it's great to see you. I'm so glad you're participating, and you know, for me, it's about the human experience. It's not, I mean, you know, I always strive for perfection. I think we all do, but I think I said this last time, it's not about the perfection, it's about the emotion behind this. And you know, if everyone can remember that this is it's a gift to the people of Austria, to the people of Vienna, it's a welcome back to life. And so feel that as you're rehearsing.
It's so exciting. We're so excited to join the singers of the Vienna Sing Academy. Maren, thank you so much for joining us. We must let you get back to your rehearsal, but just before we do, I think the members of the Stay at Home Choir would like to give you a virtual round of applause and a thank you.
Thank you. Lovely to see you again.
Love you.
There we go. Just like that, they are all gone. Maren, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we look forward to tackling some Zulu with you in 2022.
Buddy.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Fantastic. How inspirational is that? She's such an amazing, amazing woman. Susanna, hi, are you there?
Hi, yes, I'm here. Can you hear
Fantastic. Very loud and clear. Well, we've got 10 minutes to go before we're going to start our rehearsal.
Oh, look, I'm ready to go.
Wow, that sounds fun, whoever you are.
Yeah, have a good weekend. Bye.
There we go. Sorry, pardon that. What we'll do is, if you want to just give another couple of minutes for the singers from the Vienna Sing Academy to come in, we'll just do our general sum up and remind people where they can find scores, etc. And we'll see you in 10 minutes.
Yes, see you then.
Thank you. Right. Okay, you lovely, lovely bunch. if you have not yet accessed the scores, if you have, bear with me, but you need 2 scores for this rehearsal in order to see all of the notes like what we're going to be singing. The first one is the unabridged score. That is 60 pages long. I don't recommend you print it if you like trees, but make sure that you can see it because the Vienna Sing Academy will be rehearsing the full last movement of Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. Now, that would be quite a mammoth task to ask you to record that in this 1-week flash project. So we have an abridged score, which is the same as you sang with us in November, if you joined us for the Global Ode to Joy in November. That is, has the same bar numbers, but it is an abridged score. It's only a few pages long. So we'll be singing off that one. If that's the one you've printed, don't worry. There will be other bits sung in this rehearsal that you don't have the music for, but you can listen along and sing along and just enjoy seeing a real...
Oh, Tori, we've lost you.
Hello, I'm back. How much of that did you miss? Have I just been
A real
live rehearsal. Vienna. There we go. No, it's all right, Emily. I'll get you back later. Great. All right. Shall we start just in the last couple of minutes we've got with a little bit of... Oh, actually, I suppose we could do some questions and answers whilst we just wait for the Vienna Sing Academy to be ready. Because Sebastian, the wonderful Sebastian, is going to be doing a warm-up today. But the official conductor of the Vienna Sing Academy, Heinz Verlech, he's now back and he will be taking tonight's Tutti. Yes, let's just take 8 minutes to answer any questions that you may have. Whack them in the chat, and we will go through as many as we can just whilst we're waiting for the last singers to come in.
I'm going to jump straight in on one in that case, Tori, if that's all right.
Yeah,
do you want video or audio from this project from Scott? I know plenty of you are wondering what's the output of this project yet. We are still tying that down. Of course, being a flash project, things are moving very, very quickly. So we have said, please, as ever, feel free to submit video. If, of course, this ends up being a video project, we will then have your video. If you prefer to submit audio, I know plenty of you do, that's also fine. We will be creating some form of output with this, but we are still awaiting on some green lights from Vienna, just as to what we're allowed to and what we can create with that. So there is your answer. If you wish to submit video, please do so. We will accept both video and audio, and we will use whichever is relevant.
I've got a question, somebody asking where the soprano wrong note is, and that is, I'm just going to bring it up. It has been replaced and updated on the website, or at least if it hasn't yet, it will be like in the next few hours. But the wrong note is basically right at the end. She says, playing for time while she finds the right bit. Bar 911, the final soprano G on a quaver on the word aus should be an E. So if you have got a G written on the score you've printed out, head to the website and download a new score, or just write an E in instead of a G. Okay.
Struggling with dich versus dish pronunciation from Helen. Good question. I know a few of you have asked this one as well. The best explanation I've heard for this, those of you who aren't native German speakers, is think of it like the letter H in the word human. Say it slowly, go. Human. That was strange. Dich, human. It's the exact same sound. That is how you pronounce the word dich in German.
Great.
Though there is, of course, there are dialects where you would say dish, so that's where you will have heard that before. Neither are wrong, but we're going with dich in this case.
Great. And where can I find the translation? You can find it on www.stayathomechoir.com. Go on to the Ode to Joy project and have a little look down. Oh, thank you very much, Christina Han, for very helpfully posting that in the chat. And there's no dress code. We want you to wear whatever you feel comfortable in. So just look happy and smart or not when you record, no problem.
I'm going to answer a question about providing video and audio. Again, someone thinking that that meant they weren't allowed to take part in projects. Stay at Home Choir is open for all. You are welcome to take part in as much or as little as our projects as you wish. You can submit video, you can submit audio, or you can simply take part in the rehearsals. These are for you to make use of as you wish. We of course provide all the materials, all the rehearsals, etc. It is up to you how much of that you take part in. There is no correct way. We are not imposing our methods in a way that an in-person choir might. So get involved in these projects however you feel most comfortable. That is absolutely up to you.
Yeah. Will the final concert be recorded for later viewing? And we hope so, but we are dependent on the Vienna Concerthaus for making those arrangements. So as soon as we hear from them, we'll let you know. Let's see what else. People, anybody who's struggling with bar 908, bar 909, Heinz is going to spend some specific time on that and make it nice and clear for you. It is complicated. Basically, it slows down a lot at bar 909. That's the simplest way. It slows down a lot and you've got to look. You've got to watch. Will we get a cue to come in? You're singing along with the guide track on the website, so there's no sort of cue to come in. You just sing along, play the guide track and sing along with that. Would a llama mask be okay? I mean, you do you, hun. If it's going to make you happy, if it's going to make you project joy, which after all is what Maren has told us to keep at the center of this piece. If a llama mask is going to do that for you, then go for it, babe.
I've seen Maren Alsop is my spirit animal. I agree.
Amazing. I think she's amazing. I have such a crush on her. Will you extract audio only from videos? Yes, we will. It's very easy for us to do. Great. Fabulous. Everybody's tempi are different, Nikki Barry. So go with what you hear on the guide track and that will see you right.
Good question about, I've lost it already, about the videos and speeds. Of course, this will answer a few questions. I would highly recommend listening to the entirety of the guide track from the beginning of the instruction roll with me looking very grumpy while I clap at you. Listen to the entirety of it without singing a single note. Familiarize yourself with it. You'll notice there are a couple of moments, particularly where it slows down, where I've actually added a metronome click for you. That's how we record all of our parts in the studio. Familiarize yourself with it, because then you can say, well, when I hear 4 clicks, because I counted them, I know that that's when I'm going in, for instance. It really, really pays to be able to listen back to it and familiarize yourself without singing. So that's a little practice tip for you.
Yeah. And just one last question before we go to Vienna. You must record your guide track in one go. When you make your recording, please play it from the beginning of the guide track to the end of the guide track, and you will hear that the music doesn't stop. We have 2 sections, but they're cut together. So you won't be able to do 2 recordings. You'll hardly notice where the cut comes. Okay, great. And thank you to Christine Evans for posting the submission deadline in the chat. It is the 3rd of June, and you will get a 48-hour reminder. Is that right, Emily? We're going to get a 48-hour reminder?
Yes, I will send a reminder email. So, yeah.
It seems like it's around about time to go and see how our friends and colleagues in the Vienna Concerthaus are doing.
I will message Susanna right now just to answer a question about t-shirts. Will they look out of place? Absolutely not. Please don't worry about looking out of place. We've had everyone dressed in their finest black tie and ball gowns, all the way down to t-shirts and shorts, and as casual as you would like to go. There is no dress code. It is whatever makes you feel comfortable and exuding joy. That looks like I can see Susanna. Susanna, Vienna, can you hear us?
Maybe.
I'll take that as a no.
Maybe no.
Maybe nicht. It looks like she might be messaging me or waiting for a message.
Yeah.
It's very Eurovision inspired, this. Vienna calling.
Vienna calling.
L'Angleterre, 1000 points.
A well-deserved 0 points. That was very mean of me, wasn't it? I didn't mean it. Here we go. So Susanna is ready. Is it okay to submit just audio and a picture? You're welcome to trim those together if you like, but we will accept any type of file as long as it contains is it a standard video format or audio format. If it's a weird one, it might be a problem. So try and keep to the default that your application spits out. Vienna, can you hear us?
Having a lovely time on their own.
I'm going to spotlight them so they know they're up. Vienna, can you hear us?
Yes, London, can you hear us?
We can hear you. Thank you so much for having us. Heinz, it is wonderful to have you here. Thank you so much for letting us join your rehearsal. Vienna Sing Academy, thank you for letting us join. We're delighted to be taking part in this project with you. It is such an enormous pleasure to be involved in your rehearsals, to be part of this extraordinary project, and to be rehearsing in our bedrooms and living rooms around the world as you sing live. It is such a treat. Thank you so much. Susanna, Heinz, please do introduce yourselves, introduce this project, and over to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jamie. Hello to all of you, the stay-at-home choir. We are very happy to have you here now in the beautiful Schubert-Saal of the Vienna Concert House. I know you know this place maybe from the former rehearsals. Good evening also to the Vienna Sing Academy. After 4 section rehearsals, it's a pleasure for me to put this together in 45 minutes. Hello, Tori. Sorry for not saying your name up
That's
to
all
now,
right,
but
I'll
I
forgive you.
did not forget. The first thing we want to do now is making a warm-up with Sebastian. Sebastian, thank you also for the rehearsals you took over. And then we will start with the rehearsal. So enjoy your lifetime here with us and see you soon.
Thank you.
So, good evening. Hello. Sorry. Stand up, please. Let's start with a little bit stretching and with your shoulder. Don't forget to breathe. It's very useful. So it's a little bit more. Oh, you can see it's a little bit stretching. Go very high, no higher, no higher, no higher. Ahí. Spanglish. Yes. So. And think you're pushing some wall, a wall. You're pushing your hands against a wall. So like. Those 2 things. Once more and. Let's do a little boxing, a little bit. Don't be careful of your college. Don't be careful. We are allowed to make this exercise because of our masks. Otherwise, we are not allowed, but we can do it because of the mask. Start higher. bit more lightly, not too heavy. No, 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 no. Try on. A little bit faster. No, try on. Let's go to the queen, to the fifth. No, 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 no. Thank you very much. So, a bit. Go high with your shoulder and let it down. Once again. And once again. Good. I sing once again. And please don't make a ritardando at the end of the melody. No, try. Oh. Very good. You can make a little bit of crescendo until the end. Of the preparation of the first note. And don't make on. Very good, very good. So that's 1 second before you start to sing, we make a photo and we think, we are already singing, yeah? Dankeschön. A bit faster. Great, bravo, bravo. Bravo.
Bravo. Sounds wonderful.
Gut. Letzte Übung, last Übung. Mia, mia, mio, mio, mio. Thank you very much. Bravo. So.
Thank you. So thank you very much, Sebastian. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we are going to rehearse now, let me tell you some thoughts about the new text. I know you already know the text very well and you have the meanings of the words in English. I have to say, the first time I have read the text, I was, let's say it in a friendly way, a little bit astonished to read about hedgehogs and things like that. But after some discussions with Michael Köhlmeier and after studying the text and studying again the ode from Schiller, the Ode to Joy, I realized that Michael Köhlmeier did quite a good job, because the Elysium is the place where only joy lives. It's a Greek idea, and the contradictio would be the Tartarus, the place where hell is, where all the bad things in our life take place. And Schiller says, joy is a daughter of Elysium. And when you go back in the score to the last sentences of Michael Köhlmeier, he writes, if we come together as one and if we realize that my life can only be true facing the life of another person, that would be Elysium. Otherwise, two F-16 jets go to heaven and they stop an airplane, as we heard in the last days, just to bring an example of Tartarus. And we are happy people because we can combine our lives and transform it into music. And music is always a mirror of souls. And the wonderful thing is that we have two texts now, Schiller and, as I have to say, a really, really good new text, and it comes together with the beautiful music of Beethoven. So, now let's start with two pieces. You are going to rehearse, and Tori asked me kindly to rehearse these pieces first. So let's start, please, with measure number 530. 530. And please let me introduce also our famous co-repetitor, Istvan Matjas. I think you cannot see him. $530. Good. Please speak the words in a piano way and put the vowels exact on beat. Schau uns an aus and with the phrasing. One and. Schau uns an aus großer Lüge, einer gleich dem anderen, wenn ich dich von. Yes, good. Some in some meaning we have to sing legato, but please sing, as we call it, non-legato. Schau uns an aus wam bam bim bam bi. Again, 530, please. 1 and. Very good. Now, please focus on the phrasing belonging to the melody line. We have wam pam 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 pi dam pa da pam 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 jam padam and so on. Please, for one time, a cappella with yam pam or the la 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 in just the melody in this region. 1 and. La 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 la. This one. F sharp 1. 1 and. There are two meanings using. I would prefer la 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 la. You are right. A little bit it is la 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 la, but la 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 is more important for me. 1 and so on. 530, please. Is it possible to make the hard consonants a little more crispy? 1 and hop. very good. Thank you very much. Measure 568. Somehow we lose a little bit energy there. Please don't do this. It's just the same on the fifth, on A major. Let's start for one time again. Upbeat to 560, please. Upbeat to 560. Va. Okay, very good. Then we go on to the second place. It's 896, please. 896, page 62. Page 62, 896. Before we will sing, please let us speak 908. And as you know, dear ladies and gentlemen from the stay-at-home choir, in measure 909, we are subdivided in three. It's like einer gleicht dem anderen. Ba, 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 bim, ba, ba. Let's speak, please, 908. 1, 2, 1. As you have heard, we had a little accident now. We will do it again. 1, 2, 1. 1 and 2. Yes. The important thing is that the first time in 909 are 3 8 notes. If you have a look at me, please, it's 1 and 2 na. 1, and this place we have to fill with sound. Again, please. 1, 2, 1. Yes, yes. Please make a characterful entrance in 911. Schau uns an. Yes. So now we will start 896, please. 896. Schön, schön. Schau uns an aus großer Höhe. One. Schön, schau uns an aus großer Höhe. Please start like a CD recorder, CD player. One. Good. 3 problems. we are late in 902. 901, we have a break in the choir. Unausgrow. Then, it's not clear when the second half of measure 908 starts. It starts on the second half of the measure. Yes, and then we were lost in it. So let's do it a second time, please. 8, 9, 6. 1. Yes, very good. 908, when we come in on the second half of the measure, please stay as Beethoven says, fortissimo. With a big sound, somehow it feels insecure there. Then dynamic. 908. Einer gleicht. The word gleicht is the last piece of the strong forte section. And then dem, please sing subito piano. Piano. Einer gleicht dem Wow, Freude schön. Ja, Tochter aus Elysium. So, last time. Sopranos. It's difficult to come in, and also tenors, but the sopranos you can hear better. In 902, please keep your neck open in the break. A großer Höhe, an aus großer Höhe. Don't start again there. An aus großer Höhe. And it's not important if anybody can understand the text there or not. Just be beautiful. 8, 9, 6. 1. Yes, so I know that you're going to rehearse, to record these two sections, and I will be very happy and interested in how it sounds in the end.
Thank you,
now we go through. Hello, Tori.
Hello. And thank you for such a wonderful sound. You're sounding wonderful, Vienna Sing Academy.
Thank you very much. You sound also wonderful.
Stop it.
Now we will go through the whole last movement, and we will make a rather quick going through with 1 or 2 corrections. And because I know you have to leave at 35 minutes past 7, and then we make the strong corrections. Sorry. We start upbeat to 2, 4, 6. Page 8, please. Upbeat to 2, 4, 6. Alle Menschen werden Brüder, nur dein sanfter Good. 2 things. Schaust du aber in den Spiegel. More phrasing, please. And the next thing. Tröste dich kein Mollakkord. Setz. We have to be faster and more furious in the break between Mollakkord. Setz dich. Somehow more sport there. 1 and 2. Alle Menschen werden Brüder, wo dein sanfter Schaust du aber in den Spiegel, tröste dich kein Mollakkord, setz dich nicht auf einen Liebe, dir deine Braut. Yes, good. Then please upbeat to 274. One and two. Basis has to be a strong explosion. Measure 279 to 280. Please go on there with the melody. Denn der Sinn in unserem Leben wächst aus. It's a full, it's a phrasing existing of 4 parts, not 2 and 2. And then sopranos or even the whole choir in the piano section, you are getting a little bit too slow. Ja, und Pfoten geben wir uns auch. The pulse stays in the music. Same, please. 1 and 2. Wenn wir uns den Pfoten geben. Be careful, the T is on the 1. Auch Kredit. Good. Then we're coming to Schiller. Küsse gab sie uns und Leben. It's upbeat to 302. Upbeat to measure 302. Good work, Sebastian and Vienna Sing Academy. Sopranos in the fast line, and everything is fast in this section. Please don't feel that you have to sing loud there. Yes, it's a little too much pushy, rather like a song, like a folk tune, la la la. Not too loud and not too strong. We have to put one T in the right place. 313. We are a little late. Und der Cherub steht vor Gott. Gott, nicht Gott, sondern Gott. And then the break is a little longer there. Same? 1 and 2. Bravo. Male choir, 400, please. 400. Yes, bravo, bravo. Can we have it one time a cappella, please? The octava in the beginning of the tenors. Love it. Please make it a little more hearable, the deep note. La, la. 1. Love it, it should have more tension in the beginning. Laufet, laufet, brü. 1. Laufet, Brüder, eure Arme frei, wie ein Held zum Siegen. Yes, yes. Very good in the beginning. Tenors. Held zum Siegen. You need a little more power there. Like heroes, like Greek heroes living in Elysium. Held zum Siegen. And the last thing is, when we are singing freudig, freudig, the music in common there has to be on a higher level than in the beginning. Yes? So please be have a good strategy there when you go in. So now please with the piano orchestra, 400, quasi a cappella. 400. Good. 1. Good. Next one, we have not to rehearse. We did it already. And please, let's start now from 584, page 27. 504. Page 27, measure 5, 8, 4. Good, 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 good. Bravo, ladies and gentlemen. Please, page 27. 27 page. For me, this section, belonging to the meaning of the text, there was one important thing for me. The text is never forget how to love, and then somehow in an ironic way, maybe laughter helps us to be young and lovely. And Michael Köhlmeier said, if a text describes joy and happiness, and it is not allowed that someone laughs, it's not a good text. And this was a good sentences for me, and now we are in the center of this meaning. Never forget to laugh, and never forget to love. 584, please. Gentlemen, we need somehow maybe a little less in the middle of the frequency. Try to create a horizontal sound. It's a little bit of a little more like grandpa's speech. The entrance must be clearer. Uns, but not uns. It has to be the right time with this sound, the large sound. The posaune, trombone, somehow lazy. I would like to hear und, Good. Yes, very good. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for the Trainingshosenstelle. Yeah. So in Schiller, it's the section of the stars, and now it's the section from, how is it called, the designer?
Karl Lagerfeld.
Yes, but the designer who said Karl Lagerfeld. Yeah. If you wear trainings, the sport trousers in normal life, you lose the control of your life. Very good. Question. 615. Yes, that was the idea that only the basses sing sa, all other voices are singing chen. Yes, yes. Genau. So now please, let's start in the Fuga, page 39, P, or measure number 686. 686. 6 with upbeat from the altos, please. 1, 2, 1. Good basis. We had a good entrance in A, but 7 to 5, the word von was too late. Sur, verhü, tung von, quicker please. And then somehow, can the entrance of the tenors be clearer there? Let's try directly from your entrance, please. Lass den Geiz. Lass, 1 and. Okay, it's not, I feel that it's not clear for you in the voice group when ends the vowel, when is the S, and when is the next upbeat. Lass den Geiz, 1 and. Yes, can you feel the 2 of the measure more as an impulse for the 6? Lass wusch den Geiz, lass wusch den Geiz, lass den Geiz, 1. Yes, very good, very good. We're starting from A, please. A, R. 2, 3, 1. Yes, good. So, now we are coming to measure 7, 8, 4, please. Seven, 8, 4. 1 up. Yes, I like the place very much where the soloists are singing, "Don't sit upon a hedgehog." That will be a great story in Vienna. I think, you know, some critics will put the pencil on and think, I have never heard this text in this way. Tempo primo, please. 807. 807. The timing of the two quarter notes in 825, keep it just fast, the tempo as before. Alle Menschen, and then the slow tempo goes on. But we are in the fast section, the fast line. 807, please. Sopranos and tenors. Was die Mode, Beethoven writes forte, and 4 bars before it stands crescendo. So please be prepared that 1 measure before the forte, we should be nearly forte. 1. Yes, very good. So, now I would ask you kindly to stand, and we come to the Prestissimo 844. 844. One. Good, ladies and gentlemen. Tori told me I have time till 2 minutes past 30. So it's 2 minutes past 30. I think Corona is and was a really hard time for us, especially for us singers. But in every crisis there is a big chance, and so I'm very happy that we can be together with the possibilities of technique, of internet, and maybe sometimes, maybe we meet again, and it would be a pleasure for me to see you sometimes in the Vienna Concert House and maybe with the Vienna Sing Academy. So thank you for your time, for your patience you give to the music, and stay healthy and take care.
Thank you so much. And
Right.
Thank you, Vienna Sing Academy, for letting us observe your rehearsal. And I think that the members of the Stay at Home Choir would like to quickly unmute and show you their thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Wunderbar.
Wunderbar.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wunderbar. And there we go. Great. Thank you so much, everybody. And I think, Jamie, did you want to say something quickly about submissions?
I do indeed. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Stay at Home Choir submissions are now open. So if you are feeling confident, you can go and record your tracks and submit them now. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed today. Heinz, Vienna Sing Academy, thank you for having us. It's been such a pleasure. See you all soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.